Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another Supatease video. And last night, I was just queuing up some solo shuffle. I got a challenge from one of my viewers to do a freestyle rap during a lobby, so I sent my resto Shaman to get an instant queue, and I did not expect to run across this specialization. It is the Enhancement Shaman, and seemingly this is the only player in the game that knows how to play this spec because he made me think that he was a demon hunter. Eliza Owens here in this game, absolutely farming. I did not even comprehend the amount of damage that he was actually able to put out on this. You can see our warrior getting targeted down and almost dying immediately seconds into the match. So I drop Spirit Link Totem. I drop every single cooldown except the kitchen sink to just try and get our team alive from that opening pressure. They swap over to me. I pop my Astral Shift. Then I get my Riptides rolling because they are just not letting up. They swap over to my Hunter. He's immediately getting sunk down below half health for the next couple seconds of the game. So we're going to Aura Mastery, immune the kicks, and start getting our team back into the fight. And I'm thinking, surely this damage is going to go down, right? I've got Healing Tide behind the pillar. That should be able to heal my Hunter, right? Nope, it is not going to do a god dang thing, as he's going to have to Aspect of the Turtle on top of the Healing Tide, and our warrior immediately falls over in the swap. The Enhancement Shaman on the details here, every ability that he pressed was solid gold. It was 260,000 Lava Lashes, 200,000 Frost Shocks, 200,000+ Lightning Bolts. I think it was like 190,000 Ellie Blasts. This guy was playing the Lava Lash build, and it was making me think that I need to make my Enhancement Shaman again because he was absolutely eating people alive. I mean, look at the end of the meter here. He ended up on top, and they're buffing Enhancement Shaman's defense on Tuesday, as well as increasing MMR gains. So seems like a pretty good time to reroll to an Enhancement Shaman, and now I can maybe understand why they're lowering the main stat on the trinket bonus to bring the damage down a bit, because healing this round was completely different than any round I've experienced so far, and these 4-set bonuses are absolutely bringing people's damage up. So this time around, I got Healing Stream Totems behind the pillar. I got Earthen Wall down. I'm dropping Healing Tide as my third ability, hoping to God that I will be able to heal through this Enhancement Shaman menace that is absolutely tearing this Hunter apart, who is one of the highest rated Hunters on the ladder in multiple brackets, just absolutely running him down throughout this. Double Shockwave. We're going to have to Aura Mastery. Don't want to get kicked here. There's no other casters in this lobby, so that would definitely be game over if we get interrupted. Positioning behind the pillar, hiding my totem, stunning, and line of sighting to avoid crowd control, and trying to keep some pressure going up. But look at that lightning bolt. That was like 50% of my Hunter's health gone just in 1 second from one lightning bolt. We walk into a fear here. He killed my tremor totem off, so we're going to have to sit through that, and I'm screaming every single second I'm in that fear because I feel like at any point this Hunter is just going to absolutely explode and die. We drop a ground. We shear the penance. We're trying to get offensive, going for some cast of Healing Surge with the grounding to protect our cast from the wind shears, and my Hunter's is still dead. I drop down the link. He gets back into it. We barely start healing back up here. We got to deal with the wind shear still, and if he lands this, it's pretty much game over. I move my Earthen Wall back onto the Hunter. I'm praying he survives. I go for the cast thinking like Earthen Wall will do something, right? No, it doesn't do anything. He has to turtle at 10% health, and somehow out of nowhere, at least we have a Demon Hunter on our team that's at least keeping pressure going and can close out the game. So yeah, on Tuesday when they're buffing up your defense and you're a little bit more tanky, I really think you're probably going to be able to contend with specs like the Demon Hunter, and Demon Hunter also getting some nerfs. I opened up the recount again to try and pull this up to see what he was doing. 250k Lightning Bolts, 200k Ellie Blasts, 150k Frost Shocks, 200k Lava Lashes. Like seemingly any ability he presses is a 2,000 critical strike, and I'm like, when am I getting the enhance on my team? Like we got some Demon Hunter Warrior here. Also not a great lobby for the Hunter. Pretty tough to survive as marksman with so many melee DPS all stacked up on you. With the damage buffs coming through on Tuesday, maybe that's going to be a different story. We've got our Earth Shield up here on the Warrior because he just took so much damage in the first game. I think he's going to explode, but we ground the Freezing Trap before it lands. I'm feeling good about myself. Like we stop some CC. No way the Shaman is beating me, but look, he spikes over 200,000 DPS. Dive of the Sword has to come out. I pop Ascendance immediately. I'm not playing any games when I see Eliza Owens in the arena here, just popping all cooldowns in the beginning. I'm just fully respecting it. We get some crowd control on the Priest. We managed to push through the wall and get the life swap from the Priest. We fear him up. We swap over to the Priest, and I'm thinking like, oh wow, this Priest is now suddenly dead in that full stun off the swap, and being a healer is really rough. That's what I'm thinking right now. Being a healer is really, really rough. So this poor Priest goes down. Shaman's dying through wall. Had to get the life swap off. So I'm starting to see again why they're going to be nerfing the main stat by such a significant amount, at least in Shuffle. Hopefully it doesn't slow down 3v3 too much, though. though. I am worried that since dampening stacks at a slower pace in that bracket, it's going to be a bit rough. If you want to watch my gameplay live, it's linked in the description down below if you'd like to challenge me to a rap god challenge where I freestyle rap while I play. In this video now, we've got the enhancement shaman on our team, so I'm thinking like there's no way we can lose, right? Like this guy is absolutely going to just pound people here. So we're moving in the middle of the map. We got Earth Shield up on the shaman. We expect him to be the target. We get stunned. We try and knock back the trap. Fortunately, our shaman actually manages to ground it. So not only is this enhancement shaman doing top damage, he's also skilled with stopping crowd control. We pull the demon hunter behind the pillar, try and throw him into a hex and take him out of the game, because if he's playing at all, he's going to absolutely destroy everybody on our team. We got Earth Shield up here onto the warrior. I can see that essence break from the demon hunter. It's a very scary ability, but immediately my shaman starts exploding. So he trinket walls. We get Earth Shield back up. We try and get the tremor down. We don't get it. We pray our shaman gets tremor down for us. We get silenced on the end of it. Now both my partners are dead. I dropped the Link Ascendance because I ain't playing games as a healer in this patch, and I would recommend that you don't play games as a healer right now in the current patch. We get every defensive cooldown from the demon hunter, so maybe there's still a chance I can sneak behind this pillar, hide a healing tide totem, hide a healing stream totem, and pray to God that it'll be enough to heal. And what do you know? My prayers were answered. The demon hunter disconnected. The only way that you could lose as a demon hunter here is by disconnecting, and even while being disconnected, you still don't immediately lose, because somehow this guy is still alive right now, surviving with this enhancement shaman that is doing 100k DPS and a warrior blasting him with sharpened blade throughout this game, and the hunter's almost 1v3ing us. So even with him disconnecting, demon hunter is still powerful. But we continue to train him down, and eventually we get some big crits here. I think it must have been like a 200k lightning bolt as we pull open the details again to look at his damage breakdown. Only 100k frost shock? What are you doing, bro? Only 100k? 230k LE blast, 200k lightning bolt? Like, I thought this spec was bad, but I think it's just because people are not adapting and not playing the lava lash build. Like, people are not willing to change to the new build. They're all just stuck on doom winds, bro. I don't know why you guys are stuck and hung up on doom winds, like, or stuck on these ascendance procs. Like, this guy's getting guaranteed money value on his damage and just absolutely rolling people over. So I definitely would recommend this build instead for enhancement shaman if you haven't tried it yet. So we got the enhancement shaman again. Demon hunter hopefully isn't disconnected because he's on my team, right? We got a root coming down here. He blade storms it. We're going to drop down our earthen wall, double earthen wall totem. Surely this will reduce enough damage while we're in a storm bolt that we don't need to panic and squeeze our stress ball as a healer. Nope, it's not enough. He has to wall. Everybody's dead. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm going to pop every heal I got. Primordial Wave and S. Get our healing stream totems down. Try and be greedy, but now we're not being greedy. We just pop Ascendance. We're not playing around. Even with all that preemptive defensive play and even the enhancement shaman trading, like, it's so much damage to heal through. You got to be really gung-ho with your cooldowns. You just got to press them when you got them if you want to survive the opener with a lot of these lobbies. We got stun over onto the hunter with that static field on the warrior, trying to get a little bit cheeky, but it's really tough to get cheeky. We get feared up here. Shaman is stunned, no tremor, so we're going to trinket out, try and get a spirit link totem down, try and keep him offensive, keep him on the hunter. That is the main goal here. Is you never want that hunter to get space and distance because he's just going to absolutely run you over. So we got to keep up pressure, stay aggressive. Whenever you're playing a melee cleave, just use as many defenses as you need to stay higher health than your opponent, so you can keep running them down like a freight train. We drop down the darkness, we drop down the earthen wall, and I'm thinking like, surely we're not going to die through earthen wall and darkness, right? Like, this is a lot of defensive cooldowns. We knock back the trap, we avoid getting CC'd, we go for a root on the hunter behind the pillar, trying to get him crowd control, dispel the explosive shot, but here comes the warbreaker from the warrior, and he's blade storming, and when there's a blade storming warrior, it gets pretty scary, so I'm hoping to God that the hunter just dies at this point. But priest is coming in, I got no tremor, I'm into the fear, shaman gets blasted by a kill shot, warrior almost died. We were so close if I could have avoided that fear just like a second longer, but it is stress city at the moment to heal. We're into the final round. We got 3 wins. We got hunter, enhancement shaman, honestly probably the weakest comp in the lobby, mostly because the stuns are lacking. We're going to have to try and do our best with Lightning Lasso in this last round if we're going to be able to pull off a win. But I know if Eliza Owen gets some big crits here, like we are absolutely going to be rock and rolling, I think, in the 6th round and possibly getting 4 wins. So we're going to do our best to try and keep them as aggressive as possible here into this lobby. We got our Earth Shield on the Shaman, although Hunter probably will be the target, so we'll have to swap that in the future. Riptide's out, get our healing stream down, get our Stone Skin Totem down, healing going and damage reduction. I actually tossed up Flame Shock. I should not be playing aggressive in this lobby. I dropped Earthen, I reset, double Earthen Wall, right? This is going to be enough, right? No, my Hunter runs out of it. This is the solo shuffle way. I've got Ascendance procs, I've got Healing Tide Totem down, I've dropped every healing totem in the game, and my teammates are still just spiking like volleyballs at 10% health with double Earthen Wall Totem, and I am screaming as I get put into a full fear with no Tremor Totem halfway through it. Finally, we get a big heal out with Primordial Wave NS. We've still got Ascendance, but probably for not long, much longer, as I say that I'm going to pop it to try and get an instant heal to get my Hunter back in the game. I see a fear onto my Shaman. I tried to Tremor him, but it actually breaks, so my Tremor actually gets wasted a little bit here, unfortunately. We're going to static field, get a little bit of distance for our hunter. We're going to stun the demon hunter here as well. Try and get a little bit of distance. I'm going to stun the warrior. We're just Sith lords with double shaman, force lightning, trying to stun everybody on the team. Priest pushing in for a fear. I'm trying to run away. He does not care. He knows if he gets that, it's GG. We get tremored on it. Unfortunately, we overlap here with the trinket. We have spirit walkers to avoid getting interrupted. Dash kick from the demon hunter. Earthshield back up on the shaman. He's just dying through his wall. We can see why the defensives are going to be buffed here, I think, on Tuesday for enhancement shaman to make them a bit tankier. But on top of the damage that they had throughout this lobby, I think it'll be good. We get a full trap here, so I try and hex the warrior for some cross CC. We isolate the demon hunter. We force his blur. We're really putting the pressure on him. We need to survive just a bit longer, but there's that Warbreaker Blade Storm. And this is the scariest moment you're going to see from a warrior, is when they've got Warbreaker on the target and they've just finished Blade Storming, because they get so much strength at the end of it. We dispel the fear off our hunter. Sharpen Blade's up. This is getting even scary. We got to link that, because Sharpen Blade reduces healing by 50%. So Spirit Link Totem will give us a couple of seconds. So unfortunately, the hunter couldn't get inside of it. So they're just going to swap to me, and I'm just screaming like, oh god, what do I do? I'm going to static field them away. Maybe that matters. Elysian Decree from 40 yards away might not matter. Go for a casted heal, hunt into stun, into double kill. Yeah, we're not surviving. Demon Hunter's definitely still the king, but Enhancement Shaman is definitely nothing to shake a stick at. Although he's only walking out of this lobby with 2 wins, I think, with the defensive buffs coming through, and maybe with a little bit better lobby for him and the nerfs coming into the Demon Hunter, that Enhancement Shaman is probably going to be a very terrifying force moving forward. So I'm probably going to be respecking it, at least giving it a go. But this is just a fun video to show you something that I came across last night. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated.